a byproduct of cows is methane. So eliminating the cows, and methane is, was it 100 times worse than CO2 as a greenhouse gas? Getting rid of some methane
That's right.
has big, big benefits.
And this is part of the process, Murray. So you know, around the agricultural industry, we've got to take out methane. Around the oil and gas industry, we've got to take out methane. You know, we get a big part of the way there actually by shifting from coal to gas. You know, an amazing fact when you run the data is that actually, you know, every megawatt hour of power you generate from coal, there are more methane emissions associated with mining the coal than there are with producing gas in the United States. And, you know, we have that data. So in the oil and gas sector, I tell you what really excites me is some of the digital technologies coming through to do this. I mean, you know, if you look at the way this has been done in the past, it's a method called, you know, Method 21. You get a guy out with you know, a gas sensor on a stick, and he has to go around every single flange and every single valve of an entire pad or plant and, you know, measure at that area, is there a methane leak? It's a slow process. It's a manual process. It can take a week to do a pad. It can cost, you know, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you look at the technologies coming through, satellites that can see methane emissions down to a 50-meter resolution coming in the next few years. So we can pinpoint these leaks and spot the super emitters from space. There's nowhere to hide. Drones, where you can fly this drone over an asset, and, you know, the best drones, we've screened companies doing this, over 80%, you know, identification rates of methane leaks, you know, within a couple of hours, not weeks, but hours,
yeah.
And taking, you know, 80 to 90% out of the cost, all the way through to sensors and thermal imaging cameras that, you know, are getting, you know, installed at large industrial assets so that you can see this stuff in real time and monitor it. And so, you know, this kind of leads us down into this area that I think we're going to find really interesting to talk about today, which is, you know, our industry, the oil and gas industry, has an enormous part to play in this transition, making oil and gas the most efficient, lowest carbon oil and gas possible. So does every other industry. And we're going to focus on oil and gas today, probably. But every single industry has to be part of this, from cement to agriculture to metals. And there's lots more on those, you know, on our website.